Knoxville Nationals it's it. It's just the biggest race, there is.
There's a history, there's a prestige, and the honour of those past winners is incredible. It's bigger than the Indy 500 as far as I'm concerned.
Anybody who's anybody in sprint car racing is here. You win this, it changes your life.
Everybody wants to win the Knoxville Nationals, and that's why we're here.
I mean, that's what makes the Nationals what it is. Everyone's gunning for one prize.
When you win this race, you can wake up every morning for the rest of your life and just feel like you've accomplished the ultimate goal.
But this is the granddaddy of all of them right here, and this is the one you want to win.
The population of Knoxville, Iowa is 8,000 people. But on this traditional Saturday night in August, 40,000 slide job loving sprint car fans have once again made the journey to the heart of corn country to watch 130 of the best sprint car drivers in the world battle for a $140,000 winner's check. But more importantly, they all crave the glory that comes with winning the 46th annual Super Clean Knoxville Nationals, presented by the Midwest Ford dealers at the Midwest Mecca of Mud, Knoxville. Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Shaheen alongside Brad Doty, a man that has won here 5 times, and we got all dressed up for tonight because when you come to the Nationals, this is high fashion. Your favorite white sprint car shirt, a comfortable pair of shorts, and we go racing. And that's what we're going to do live here tonight on Speed from the granddaddy of all sprint car races, Brad. You've won here before. You've been in this race before. Can you tell us just how much pressure there is to win?
Boy, it's really hard to put into words, but I'll tell you the intensity, the stress, going around the pits the last couple nights, looking at these guys' eyes, the crew chiefs, the drivers, the stress. I tell you, we got some nervous and edgy veterans. We got a couple young guys. I was told that when Tony Bruce saw that he made the A main, the whole team got very emotional. Of course, Jason Johnson winning the preliminary the other night. In the main event, we're going to have a great race.
And there's even some veterans with maybe their best shot to win this event, like Fast Freddie Raymer, one of the Hall of Fame drivers out of Pennsylvania. Could be his night here at Knoxville. Now, there's another driver who has come so close to winning the Nationals before. Tonight is, without a doubt, his best shot ever. He'll start from the pole. Donnie Schatz is standing by with our Dave Argabright.
That's right, Ralph. 4 gut-wrenching times Donnie Schatz has come this close to destiny in winning the Knoxville Nationals. But Donnie, this appears that it's your best shot ever. Would you agree with that assessment?
Definitely. This team's worked as hard as anybody here, and it's game on. I'm ready to get on the racetrack and get going. Things have gone our way this week. We got to make 30 smart laps, and the only one counts is the last one. So we're excited to get out there and get going.
You know, this race is possibly the most nerve-wrenching experience for any race driver, the build-up. But this year you seem more relaxed, more comfortable. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, when you're fortunate enough to get to victory lane a number of times in a season, and we've done that this year, it makes you more comfortable with coming to all these races. And whether it's the Knoxville Nationals or the Kings Royal, it's just another night of racing, and you got to put the same game face on then as you do tonight. And that's the way we're attacking it. So hopefully it works out for us.
I don't know, guys, if luck has a lot to do with this, but the $1,300 that was drawn in the 50-50 lottery to benefit the Knoxville Drivers Fund, one of Donnie Schatz's crew guys won it. He's on a roll luck-wise.
Well, maybe tonight is the night, Dave. And to show you why this race is so tough, to not just win, but just to make it, you have to be spot-on perfect, Brad, over 4 nights. 124 cars actually got into the racing during the 4 days we've been here so far. Some raced on Wednesday, some on Thursday, more on Friday, and everybody trying to get into Saturday night's action.
Well, this was, without a doubt, the toughest format in any type of sprint car racing. A lot of the drivers, the teams don't like it, but that's why you see all these fans cheering tonight. They love this format. Put the fast guys to back. It's all about points. Every time you hit the racetrack, you got to go hard and get to the front.
Stub your toe and you're out of a chance to win, and that happened to a lot of the biggest names in the sport. As you can see, Randy the Hurricane Hannigan, not yet in the main. Terry McCarl, not yet in the main. Some of the best out of Pennsylvania. Lance DeWeese not in the show yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, Daniel Listowski there. Again, it's just that tough format that we have here, and it makes it very hard.
As we mentioned, Daniel Listowski, a man who has won this race 4 times, the winningest driver in the history of this track. not yet in tonight's A main. He is, however, standing by with the fourth member of our crew, Tony Bachhoven.
Well, Danny Lasowski, you know it takes a solid qualifying night to get into the main event on Saturday night. Tonight, you line up 20th in the B main.
Yeah, we definitely got our work cut out, but the bottom line is they've done a great job at the racetrack. Hope we got the thing wide enough where we can put on a great show for the fans. And one thing to look forward to, this race has never been won from 24th, and we're going to see if we can do that tonight.
What's it going to take to get from 20th to a transfer spot tonight?
Well, the way it averages out, better pass a car a lap to get there.
We've waited a whole year to come back to Knoxville. It's Saturday night. The Nationals are live on speed, and we're coming back racing from the greatest sprint car track in the world, Knoxville. Speed's coverage of the 46th Super Clean Knoxville Nationals, presented by the Midwest Ford dealers, is brought to you by Super Clean. Not just clean, super clean. And by the Midwest Ford dealers. Bold moves, the Midwest Ford dealers. Welcome back to the Marion County Fairgrounds, getting set to go racing with the C feature. Now, we've talked a lot about the Pennsylvania Posse, this hotbed of sprint car racing out of Pennsylvania, and the best are a part of the posse, and one of those drivers is with Dave Argabright.
Fast Freddie Raymer has got a Hall of Fame career. He's one of the greatest drivers of the East. But Fred, what would it mean to you to win this Knoxville Nationals tonight?
It'd be quite overwhelming. You know, we're going to go out and do our best, but you know, we've put ourselves in a pretty good position. We dropped the ball last night in the dash, but you know, if we can get the car right, I think we can get it, you know, shoved up through theirs.
Now, frankly speaking, if you watch you in Pennsylvania, about half of those people boo when you're introduced, but they love you when you race against the Outlaws. You win the Nationals, you think they cheer for a while?
Maybe a little bit, but it probably won't last. But as long as they come out to the races, that's all I care about. You know, whoever they like is fine with me. So, you know, we'll just see.
Well, Fast Freddie, he's poised to see what he can do here with a great field of racers here at Knoxville.
He's one of the best, Dave. There's some of the folks sitting high above the racetrack, above the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. The fans here at Knoxville having a great time. The B feature hot laps are going to come up just before we go racing. You know, there's so many things you have to do here at Knoxville. Of course, getting a part of this whole experience, you got to go see the action and drive some cars over at TJ Slideways. And of course, you got to buy your National shirt.
Super bikes on speed.
They're not just show bikes.
Underground, riding hard.
We're going to get out here to the track today and take some nasty passes.
Rebels, building masterpieces.
Not only do we want to go fast, but we want to look good while doing it.
Outlaws, burning it up.
That's the Wild Wild West right there. The knee dragger's paradise.
It's all about the ride.
My interest, my passion, my love. It's always been two wheels.
Super bikes, tonight, 9 Eastern, 10 Pacific on Speed.
Announcing the Subaru all-wheel deal model year clearance.
Welcome back to Knoxville. There's Daniel Lasowski and the drivers in the B main out for their hot laps, which is basically just a warm-up session for these drivers you'll be seeing racing a little later on. Now, to give you an idea of just how hard people will try just to get to Knoxville to race here, let alone make it into tonight's A feature, Cameron McGahan and his father Jackie drove 6 18-hour days from Alaska just to race here this week. Along the way, they encountered moose, deer, caribou, sheep. About the only thing they didn't get was a water buffalo. However, they didn't even make it into tonight's racing program. Brad, during these hot laps, what are you trying to accomplish?
They see Danny running the bottom, Lasowski there on the bottom of the racetrack. They're going to move all over the racetrack. They're feeling out the race car, trying to find out what kind of shocks, what tire compounds, what they need to do to make these race cars obviously go faster. See them on the bottom there. There's some moisture down at the bottom. They have to be a little careful, but they'll move all around, go back, tell their crew chief how the car feels. And there, Danny moves up to the middle of the racetrack.
There are 22 drivers in tonight's B main event. Only 4 of them will make it into tonight's A main to fill out our field of 24. Brian Brown in that 21. Danny Lasowski's nephew might have one of the best shots. He's starting right from the pole of the B main.
He's had a good couple of weeks, ran really well in the 360s last weekend here at this race. Had a really good run the other night in the preliminary, so expect good things out of him starting up front of the B main.
His engine in that car is so good.